Hi guys, it's Tony B, South Florida Organic Gardening. I haven't been doing too many videos because, as you're going to see, I don't really have a lot going on. It's been a little bit of a crazy winter here in South Florida. So basically, this is my cherry tomato plant. As you can see, I have I have some flowers. And of course some cherry tomatoes. This is the red cherry tomato plant, and this one actually is a better boy. It's going to have larger tomatoes on it, this one. So we got some tomatoes going here. We got more flowers everywhere. So I should have a nice little amount of tomatoes on this plant. And this one right here is another better boy. Got a weird shape to the tomatoes. But and this one's just another cherry tomato. I'm not sure what color the tomatoes are going to be yet. This one right here is actually the golden cherry tomatoes. They're yellow and they are so yummy. They are so sweet. They have the very, very unique type of flavor. That's one of them. It's almost ready to be picked. But as you can see, I have a whole bunch of tomatoes on this plant. And like I said, they're really good tomatoes. I've never had golden cherry tomatoes before, and they are just phenomenal. They're really good with a little bit of salt and pepper. There's a whole bunch more over here and here. And then this one is, as you can see, one of the large tomatoes. And I got some plum tomatoes going on here. Got some more here. It's a Misty May. Say hello, everybody. You're so beautiful. It's my baby girl. That's Misty May. Okay, and then we have this tomato plant, which is so beautiful. I can't believe how gorgeous the color of this tomato is. We had another one, and we ate it already, and it was so good. So good. This one's not quite ready. But, as you can see, it bent, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do, and the rest of them are literally laying on this guy, so I need to figure out what to do with this plant because it's getting big. Anyway, and then I got my little strawberry patch, and when I say little, I mean little. I've already eaten a couple strawberries off of it. I had one real big one about a week or so ago, and it was so sweet. I mean, you just cannot compare the taste of these strawberries compared to the grocery store. There's just no comparison. There's another strawberry coming out. But this is just actually strawberries that I found from last year that were basically, they popped up out of the ground, and I just put them in pots and babied them back to life. So that's my strawberries. And I got a whole bunch of sunflowers going on here. I got another one, a couple more over here. I love sunflowers. They're so beautiful. When the actual sunflower opens up and everything, they're just so beautiful. So then we got this one is a zucchini plant, and as you can see, it has really bad mildew. And that's from the crazy cold weather and the rain that we've been having. So I'm actually contemplating cutting this out of the ground. I'm not quite sure yet. But that's another one. This one's not as bad. I cut this piece off because I actually have some more zucchini growing down here. I got a few zucchini off this plant, but between the milky, little, right there is a cabbage looper, and they will just chew my plants to pieces. Little bitty tiny things will actually just destroy a plant. And then this is a green bean plant that I'm actually trying to let it go to seed. This I got a lot of green beans off of, and I read that, or actually I watched someone's video that says that if you just leave these on the plant and let the plant die, then these will turn into seeds. So, which is pretty cool, because that's what I'm looking for, some more seeds, but seeds from my own garden, not that I had to buy. And then as you can see, I have a whole bunch of cabbages everywhere. That one doesn't look like it's got a cabbage in it yet, but let's see. That one's got a little one. This one's got a little one. And this one has got the biggest one. That is actually a cabbage right there. It's really, really hard. So that's going to be a nice cabbage. And here we got some more plum tomatoes. They're funky though. I'm not sure even if these are plum. I think these might be something else. I ended up planting a whole bunch of tomato seeds, and to be honest with you, I didn't label them, so I sort of messed up a little bit. And this tomato plant is actually a pink brandywine, and it's got blight, and it has not gotten any bigger than this. We bought this at Home Depot, and I'm just not happy at all with this plant. It hasn't even gotten any flowers on it yet. This Better Boy we actually bought at Home Depot, and it's actually finally starting to get flowers on it. And, you know, it's like all these plants were pretty much planted about the same time. And as you can see, my tomato plants from my seeds that I grew from seeds are just doing so much better than Home Depot's. So that's something that's bothered me a little bit. So anyway, I got a little bit of red lettuce over here, and this is actually a squash plant. I grew some squash a couple years back and ended up with huge squash, and I'm going to try it again this year, even though I don't eat squash. But and then here is my eggplant plant. Of course, I haven't gotten any eggplants off of it yet. But a couple of years ago, the same thing happened. It ended up with a ton of flowers. They kept falling off. I mean, if you barely touch it and it falls off, then it wasn't going to stay on there anyway. So, like, if I touch it like this and it falls off, then, you know, it wasn't going to stay on there anyway. So a couple of years ago, they kept falling off, and then just, like, out of the blue, they started taking. So I guess it's like some plants where they have to generate flowers first, and then they start producing the fruit. And then, let's see, over here, I'm not sure what kind of tomato plant this is, but it's doing really good. We're trying this, these bags that we got at the fair, the expo, the garden expo. And then, let's see, this is Cuban oregano. This is a pea plant, snow peas, if I'm not mistaken. And these are some more green bean plants. Cilantro, basil, like cinnamon basil or something like that. I forget what that is. More green beans. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of green beans. Because I want an area of just green beans. And then these right here are called Everglades cherry tomatoes. We bought some seeds from a company, and we ordered 40, and they ended up sending us like 60 or 80, which was really nice. I'll put a little link on the bottom in the messages, and more basil. And all these tomato plants, actually that's a pepper plant, but all these tomato plants are the Everglade tomatoes. I want to try these out because they're native to the Everglades, so supposedly they're really, they grow like weeds. So, and then I did a little biochar experiment here with peppers. And so I got biochar peppers, and this is no biochar. This is control peppers. So I'm not seeing well, I don't know. These look actually bigger, the biochar, compared to the controlled ones. But we'll see how that goes around. And then this is supposed to be broccoli, but I'm wondering because it looks like radishes. But it came out of a plant, some seeds that I bought from the store. I'm not going to say the name of the store, but it was not where I usually purchase them. But it looks like radishes, so I'm going to have to look that up. And then, let's see what else we got. That's about it for this. Pretty much green beans, tomatoes. Oh, and these are just more sunflowers, because as I said, I just love sunflowers. And then what do we have? We got this is actually an orange plant that we broke down and bought from Home Depot, and it's got little baby oranges on it. But unfortunately, it takes like 6 to 8 months before they actually are ready. It really sucks. What's she doing, Misty May? She loves climbing on these things. Come on, baby, don't mess that one up. You've already destroyed the other two. Misty May, get down. Good girl. Go play. Get out of my area. You know you're not even supposed to be over here. Okay, so anyway, back to the oranges. So we got little baby oranges everywhere. But 6 to 8 months. These, forgot what this is. But it's another fruit plant that takes forever to get fruit out of. This is our lemon plant. A lemon tree. We have a nice little lemon on it, and these other lemons are getting pretty big, which is really cool. We bought this one from Home Depot also. This is it was a grafted lemon. You can tell the difference between the color, how it was grafted. So this right here will be Meyer oranges, and then whatever this is will be the original plant. It's pretty cool. So we got more oranges and more lemons coming out on this side, and then we got a whole bunch of them that are already formed here. We got one that will probably be ready in a few months, which is pretty cool. So that's our lemon plant. And this is guava. That's what it was. This is a guava plant. And then these are just, scraggler plants, tomato plants that I didn't mark, so I have no clue what they are. And that's actually a avocado. Misty May, stop. She loves chasing lizards. She's like a freak when it comes to lizards. And we got some more. Misty, serious. More Everglade tomatoes. And then just going to show you a couple more things, and then I'm done. These are some cuttings that I took. Let's see. I always forget what this is called. This is, it's Greek oregano. But you can take cuttings. If you pull this up a little bit, you'll start to see like little, like right there, how there's some roots, and you just cut it like about right here and put the root part in the ground, and it'll just start growing. I'll come back to that in just a second. And that's basically what I did with all these. These are cuttings from that plant. This one I let die by accident. I didn't water it. So, and of course, more basil. I think it's like cinnamon basil or something. It's got the most awesome smell to it. And then here we got, these are avocado plants where the avocados fell and they started growing, so I just let them continue to grow in pots. So, and then over here, these are papaya plants. I've got a couple more papaya plants back there. But there's the Cuban oregano. This stuff's really cool looking. And we got some bananas over here. Got a whole bunch of banana trees. We got some bananas. These are actually really nice sized bananas. I've never seen them get this big. That's a nice sized banana. Usually they're like really tiny. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, those are nice sized bananas. That's pretty cool. But as you can see, we have banana trees all the way down. What happens is as they produce the bananas, then as you can see, this is a dead one. It dies, and well, way before it dies, it produces a pup. They're called pups, and actually this one produced 2 of them, which is awesome. So when one starts dying, another one will start coming up. As you can see, this one right here just produced a whole bunch of bananas, and it's going to die soon, and it already has a pup coming off of it. So that's one thing that's really cool about banana trees, is that as one dies, another one replaces it, which is nature's way of replenishing what we need replenishing. So cool, so cool, so cool. Okay, so this is my little worm bin. I don't know if I want to disturb these guys, but I have some really big worms in here. If I can find it, I'm not hurting anybody. Oh, look at that thing. Look at that thing. Holy mackerel. Oh, I'm not going to hurt you, baby. You are my friend. So anyway, I give them like scraps. I think I got about 10 of them in here, and then every once in a while I'll take all the worm castings out and replace it with regular soil. As you can see, that's some nice, this was just regular dirt originally. Just regular sand dirt. Here in Florida we have more sand than dirt. And as you can see, that's all worm castings. Thanks to my little worms. So I don't want to dig too much in there because I could cut one in half. There's my compost tea. It doesn't look too frothy this morning. Alright, my last little area over here is my my raised bed. And I actually have, I work on computers also, and one of my customers gave me a cutting for sugar cane, and I didn't think it would take, to be honest with you, but I got a really nice piece of sugar cane growing here. And then my sunflowers, of course. And then we got my container tomato, which has got a couple of tomatoes on it. As you can see, there's one there, there's one here, and I got radishes growing here. This is what makes me wonder if those plants over there, instead of broccoli, is radishes. So, because it looks very similar. And this is a dragon cayenne pepper. We got some coming out here. And this one right here is a hot golden pepper. There's one right there. And some regular basil, some green red lettuce, and another cabbage. And I'm doing the same thing with these beans, where I'm letting them go to seed. And that's pretty much it, guys. And this pea plant, actually I got a ton of them. What they do is these seeds, they die, and then like you open these up, and then there ends up a whole bunch of seeds. Sorry about that. These little seeds right here, you just throw them in a pot, and if you want to talk about, these are like for stir fry. These peas are for like stir fry, but you got to pick them young, or they're not good. Like that one's actually perfect right now, and that one's probably perfect too. But you let them get too old, and you let them grow too long, and for some reason they get really hard. But that's about it, guys. Got a couple other little straggly tomato plants that I'm not quite sure what they are, but oh, one more last thing before I forget. My poblano pepper I brought back to life, and it looks like it might be bringing me some peppers. So let's see how this guy's gonna do. But that's about it, guys. Tony B, Geeky Girl Computer Services, and South Florida Organic Gardening. Thanks a lot, guys. God bless.